All right, based on the speculations we've had, for the past few days, this is the face of the heroic pastor who has actually been giving information and exposing the atrocious genocide of the Christian community in the eastern part of Nigeria. Now, the information was that this man was actually kidnapped. From the first picture you're seeing, the one on my left hand side, this was the first picture, that was the last picture he dropped before he went missing. Now, the information that came to us this evening is that the Nigerian army have actually found him. We'll be giving you more details concerning that at the end of this video. That is why you need to watch this video from beginning to the end. Very important informations are on this video, especially the information of the Biafran Liberation Army commander who gave an order regarding this man that was actually kidnapped. Now, the major reason why the army went to rescue this man is the fact that they now understand that this man is the face of Christianity or the Christendom in general. If anything inappropriate happens to this man, there will be a total massacre and disaster, in Nigeria. Do not forget that Nigeria is on the watch list currently. The US Army knows. They know. Everybody knows about this man. International communities knows about this man. The information this man has been given concerning the genocide, especially critical informations that have been hidden for the past so many years. Remember, the Nigerian government had to find a way to throw these things under the carpet just for them to hide the fact that Christians were not massacred. So the good news about it is this heroic pastor who has been the face of Christianity and been praised by so many people has been found. That is the good part of this whole information. Now, for those of you who have been saying a lot of things against the invasion of the US Army, before I go into the main issue of today, you must understand that the United States never said they were invading Nigeria. I've said this in my videos. You can check the last video I posted. I clarified this. Go back and listen to the video of Donald Trump that I posted on my channel. He never specified that he is invading Nigeria. He only specified that he is invading and attacking the terrorists who have been massacring the Christian communities, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. Now, the big question which I'll keep on asking is, why is Nigeria scared? Why are they bothered? You claim that truly that a high level of terrorism, a high level of genocide is happening in Nigeria, and you Muslims in quote are actually victims also of this genocide and the high level of terrorism. Now, the big question is, if you are victim of this genocide and you are not complice, of this whole genocide or genocidal attack happening in Nigeria, why are you scared? Why are you preventing the United States Army from invading and helping you out? After all, there's a saying, where there is an issue, if a help comes in, you should grab it with both hands. The United States are only saying, allow us to use our weaponry, allow us to use our machines and our technology, to help you fight this high level of terrorism that has been, causing all kind of propaganda and issue against the Christian community. Now, let us go into the main issue of the day. And it is a good news for every Biafran living in Biafran land, because the BLA commander has dropped a very important video. Please, all you have to do is to make sure you share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible, and also continue to watch our videos, because we'll be following up on this whole issue of both MPLA, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also the U.S. invasion of the terrorists. Thank you and God bless you.
Good evening. No matter your location in different parts of the world, lovers of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, I'm here once again. I, Commander, Truth is Power. I am still standing on the ongoing grace of God upon Biafran Defense Forces and Biafran Republic government in exile. I am here to thank the Almighty God for giving Biafrans the opportunity to hear the undiluted truth from the Truth is Power himself. I want to state categorically, but before I do that, I will always appreciate the relentless efforts of Biafran Defense Chief, his resolution in protecting the Biafran territory and its boundaries. Today's date is 3rd November 2025. I am standing upon the office of Major General Gentle the Yahoo to address Biafrans and all lovers of freedom all over the world. To portray to the world regards to the trending of genocide against Christians, the dehumanization, the violation of human rights, and disregard to the rule of law in Nigeria, which ought to be the succor to the common man. All because of the Islamic agenda. They don't want the Christians to be. This message is going straight to the President of United States of America and the person of Donald Trump and all leaders of conscience to understand why the genocide against Christians in Nigeria can never stop by the Nigerian government. Number one, the president and the vice president and all service chiefs are all Muslims. Number two, I want President Donald Trump to understand that the ex-president Buhari used ex-service chief brutality to brutalize, murder, maim Christians in the north, west, and in Biafra land. If the president of America fails to intervene as promised, believe me, there will be more brutal massacre of Christians' lives in every nook and cranny of this contraption they called Nigeria. Sir, it is so appalling to say Biafrans are part of Nigeria. The leaders of conscience and international bodies should take note that Biafrans and Igbo region are not part of Nigeria. I reiterated for that reason that Nigerian government, APC and PDP within the Nigerian geopolitical zone are hiding under the umbrella of Islamic agenda to make sure they Islamatize every part of Nigeria, For so doing, they are killing Christians on daily basis. Not just Christians, they are killing Biafrans on daily basis. By tagging them terrorist group, of which IPOB is not. IPOB is not a terrorist group. This is just their agenda. Whereas they integrated the terrorists into their system in order to maim and kill the Christians. Finally, I'm calling on the attention of United States of America President under the administration of Donald Trump to intervene over the genocide crisis against Christians. I'm appealing as well that the President of United States of America to be careful over Nigerian corruption and bribery system. Now, I just want you to listen to the names of those sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. Tinubu number 1, Brutai, Christopher Musa, Gumi, Hope Uzodinma, Charles Soludo, Peter Mba, David Umahi, Yeson Wike, Erofai, Lai Muhammad, Rotimi Amechi, Okezi Ikpeazu, Ojozo Carlo, Rochas, Willie Obiano, Sullivan, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, Raymond Omokiri, and others. These people are sponsoring, leading, financing Boko Haram, financing terrorists, causing insecurity in Southeast. Mr. President of America, I want to use your good office to investigate these people, to bring them to book. If not, your mission and your goal against the killing of Biafrans in Nigeria will be nothing. More so, I want Mr. President of United States of America to be aware of this information, that the weapon of warfare being given to Nigeria to fight against terrorism, this weapon was used or is being used against the Christians and Biafrans in Nigeria. The armored tankers, the fighter jets, the chain guns that are meant to fight against those that are causing insecurity. That is the Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP in Nigeria. Rather, the Nigerian government reintegrated the so-called repented Boko Haram into the Nigerian security system, going about killing our brothers, killing our fathers. They took our mothers away and they raped our sisters to death.
I am not being heard very well, or if the network is bad. All right, just a quick one. I'm not going to spend much of our time today. I came across a news this very morning saying that we, the IPOB, has bribed the office of Donald Trump for Donald Trump to come and actually, invade Nigeria. That's a very careless statement from the Nigerian government. And you see, one thing about Nigerian government or Nigerian state is this. What they do to others is what they accuse you of. Tinubu is a very corrupt person, very, very corrupt. And I tell you, Tinubu is one of the most corrupt individuals I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how Tinubu became the president, although most of us knows that he bribed his way into power. Tinubu is a very corrupt man. This man cannot fly to America. That is the person who sits in Nigeria, negotiated our mineral resources to Finland, for Finland to take away Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. So when I saw that news this morning, I said, this is how far these people can go. This is how far they can go with their careless statements. That IPOB, the same IPOB that you are fighting in Nigeria, are the people who went to start bribing the Office of United States of America. Can you imagine how a government will open their mouth to say such rubbish? I don't know how Tinubu and his cohorts, though he's a criminal, he's a drug lord, so how he came into power. Even though you stole power, can't you utilize that opportunity to put some things in place? When you came in, your first anger is to cramp down on the indigenous people of Biafra. Deal with Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Very self-centered person. That is what Tinubu is all about. Tinubu is all about evil. They are telling you, American people came and said, okay, since you cannot help to, subsidize, or rather should I say, reduce the insurgents in your land, if you can't do anything about it, we will, bring our military to help. Instead of these people to admit that they have failed in governance, what they are doing, they started attacking IPOB. What has IPOB done? They are not telling you and I that we are the one that went to the office of the President of the United States of America to bribe America, for America to come. How does Tinubu think? They think it's all about governance is all about criminality. That is who they are. Nigeria is a very corrupt nation. Very, very corrupt. And I want to tell Biafrans this. Nigeria was never designed for anybody. Nigeria was designed for the British. So it's a British colony, it's a British empire, British industry. That is what Nigeria is designed of. Nigeria was never designed for you and I to be successful. Nigeria was never designed for you to have peace. Nigeria was never designed for you to grow, to have growth. Nigeria was never designed in a way that there will be sanity in that country. Have you ever asked yourself, with all the mineral resources in Nigeria, why is Nigeria still a poor nation today? Have you ever asked your country? Today we are I am in one of the most powerful nations in the world. They don't have oil and gas. The only oil and gas they have comes from Putin. And that is why they are squeezing the neck of Africa to make sure to, abandon Putin with his product, because gas in this country is very expensive now because of the, punishment Putin is giving them. And that is why they are squeezing the neck of the whole Africa. These people don't have half of the mineral resources we have in Nigeria. Nigeria was never designed for you and I. Look at what Tinubu is saying. Look at what his office is saying. That it is the IPOB that went to bribe Finland, or rather America, so that they can come and attack Tinubu's government. How is that possible? How is that even possible? Biafrans, I want to ask you people, how is that possible that a Biafran will go to Trump and tell Trump, Nigeria, you must strike Nigeria? Which means if that is being said, and that was what we did, that means Biafrans were very strong. We get level. If we Biafrans can do what this Nigerian government has, said we did, we are very strong and powerful. Most of you don't know how powerful Biafra is today. These people are just sick in the head. They are sick. One of the lies they keep telling us every day is that Tinubu will go to America to see Donald Trump. Tinubu will soon fly to America. That Tinubu is almost on his way to America. You know what this animal did? He knows he can't fly into America because if he goes there, they will dive in. FBI will dive in. DEA will dive in. They will arrest him. I'm telling you the truth. Most especially Trump, who might even say that his plane should not leave. They might seize his private jet. A very corrupt man, I'm telling you. Very corrupt. So the guy went to South Africa to meet with South African president in order, because there was a time Trump invited the South African president in the White House. And if you notice, it is only that African president that has visited Trump in the White House. So he went to South Africa in order to go and meet with the South African president on how to go about Trump. So what that when he got there, the guy told him that he can't do that. He just can't do that. That he should go back and sort his problem out. He shouldn't engage him. They are now talking to the Igbo governors, Igbo elites, Igbo senators to go to America. That is what Tinubu is doing. And they are preparing, all of them are preparing to go to America as delegates. Tinubu is one of the presidents, since I ever have sense, that does not have delegates in abroad. He doesn't have ministers abroad here. Tinubu has no ministers abroad. The only minister he has is Minister of Corruption, Abike Adabri. That is the only foreign minister this animal has. That is always going after Igbos. Everywhere he sees Igbo, make any comment on social media, Abike will dive them. That is the only minister that Tinubu has in abroad here. And now he's saying that we are the one that went to bribe Trump. In order for Trump to not start speaking about, coming to invade Nigeria. Trump has never said he's coming to invade Nigeria. He said he will, come and help you to curb the terrorists in Nigeria. Bring down the terrorists in your country. Now they have turned it that is IPOB that is pushing it. So they are even scared of us. So all this jumping up and down that they are doing, they are scared of us. They are really scared of the IPOB. They are really scared of we as an IPOB member that has redeclared our nation as the independent state of Biafra. IPOB simply means the indigenous people of Biafra. So they are scared of the Igbo race. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. I love what I'm seeing. I have told Biafrans here, don't panic. These people are already pissing in their pants. Tinubu, that drug lord, can never step his foot in America. He can't step his foot in America. I tell you that because I know more than you people do. He can't. The only way Tinubu can come to America, if Trump said, I am inviting President Turumbu, that's drug lord, to come to America so that we will have a peace deal talk on how we can chase out the terrorists that are killing Christians in Nigeria. That is the only passport and visa that Tinubu has to enter America. If Trump doesn't say that, Tinubu cannot step his foot in America. I'm telling you that for free. That is a man that Alexander Stubb went into bilateral agreement with to, jail prime minister. Very corrupt country. If I must say, Alexander Stubb is a very corrupt man because there are a lot of good people in Finland. I'm telling you the truth. I've been to Finland several times. Very corrupt. You see what they do to people. You see how they manipulate. It is what they do, they put on others. When they go to Southeast to unalive people, they will come and tell you that it's the IPOB. It is Mazin Nandekano. It is Simon Ekpa. That is exactly what they are doing. They started fooling themselves in the international world now. Why? Because nobody steals power to come and better your life. Nobody takes power by force and utilize it for the benefit of the citizen. Tinubu stole power and he came in to steal more money. He doesn't know nothing about governance. That is a man that the Finland authority to remove Simon Ekpa and Joko and label Simon a terrorist. We'll see how that goes in courts. But again, I want to say this speedily, that please, there are misguided utterance, or should I say, voice notes that has been going around social media about our prime minister having some conversation with some people. I didn't want to discuss it before. I never wanted to talk about it because it's not every of these people's stupidity I like to get involved in, because there are some certain things that when I get involved into it, I'll look stupid as well. But for this, because this is circulating everywhere, I have to put that to rest. And permit me to say this, that these people, anybody that you see that is so desperate of power can do anything to get into that power. Like Tinubu did in Nigeria today. Anybody that is desperate of power can do anything to get into power. Prime Minister has not spoken. Prime Minister has not said nothing. Prime Minister has no meeting with anybody. How they generated those voices is what I'm here to understand. Prime Minister has not spoken to anybody. Why are these people deceivers? And I must say this, anybody that is in prison in this country, right? You are not allowed to have phone, and we are not allowed to have mobile phone, because that mobile phone, knowing fully well that you are going for appeal, would destroy your evidence of, trying to appeal. So whatever they are doing are being orchestrated. All the voice notes that you are hearing outside is fraudulent, is false. Now, number one, they said Prime Minister called them on a Zoom meeting. That is totally very wrong and very, very, very wrong. And I have to say this for free, that people that did that know where they got it from. That wasn't Prime Minister. Prime Minister does not have access to anything. The only access you have to Prime Minister is via his lawyer. His lawyer can come, go to, visit him, and they speak about his defense, and then he tells his lawyer, okay, please tell my surrogate this, tell this person this, that this is what I want them to do, on how I want them to go about it. That is the only position that Prime Minister is in today. Prime Minister is not in the position of having his personal phone, not to talk of having lengthy conversation with me or the COS or anybody in the cabinet. No. Prime Minister will never do that.